Hey guys, I know I'm probably going to get a lot of shit about this video, but I think it's necessary that I state my opinion nonetheless. So, anybody who's watched more than one video by Bionic Dance has probably come across the following type of logic, that if you have a belief without any evidence whatsoever, then that belief by definition is irrational or even stupid. Or, in her words, chowder-headed. Now, I'm going to shortly explain why I think that this logic fails, but not only that, I also think that it's a little bit hypocritical of her to actually say this. Now, let's examine another type of belief that people have that is not supported by any evidence whatsoever, yet is not considered irrational or stupid. A good example would be Carl Sagan. He was an atheist and an outspoken one, and I think that no atheist or theist can say that Carl Sagan was stupid or irrational. Yet, he strongly believed that there is life on other planets. Now, is this supported by any evidence? Absolutely not. But it is still considered rational to believe that there's life on other planets because it's just highly likely given the size of the universe and how many stars and potential planets there actually are in the universe. And considering that organic molecules are abundant in space. So, is it irrational to believe that there's life on other planets? I don't think it's irrational, but it's still not based on evidence at all. I also believe that there's life on other planets, and it's not based on any evidence. And I'm going to assume that Bionic Dance also believes that there's life on other planets. Yet, this has absolutely no evidence to support it. So, is it irrational to think that there's life on other planets simply because we didn't come across any life forms from other planets? And that's why I think that even theists who believe in God without any evidence doesn't necessarily mean that their belief is irrational. It can be irrational, but it is not illogical by definition. But here I have to actually make a kind of distinction. There are a few ways of viewing God that I think are rational, at least as much as atheism, and deserve at least as much respect as atheism as perspectives. And those are deism, pantheism, and panentheism. Now, all those three can still those three are as rational and logical as atheism. And not only that, all three can conform to reality as we know it without any contradictions. Now, obviously they have no reason to think that God exists, but it's not an irrational belief that they hold. It's a belief that is not irrational. But on the other hand, as soon as you have certain positive claims, then you must consider that as soon as any of your claims, which are basically a necessity for your God to be real. For example, in Christianity, if Jesus was proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to never have existed, then Christianity is false and believing in it is irrational. If the Exodus was proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to never happen, then being Jewish is irrational. If some tenets of Islam were disproven, then Islam as well is irrational. So this is the distinction that has to be made between a rational belief and an irrational belief. But a belief without evidence is not by definition irrational.